places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Cummings. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. And when you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years is really...
He's off to the races. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. The option look. He'll pitch it. On the move at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
And this just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great
all kinds of room to the right. The 30, the 20, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him off. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. A touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber, and they're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up big.
And Michigan had no answer, and now does Michigan have an answer this year? Because it's another talented Buckeye team. Every year you're going to play the Buckeyes, they're going to be talented. Michigan has to make the game physical. Michigan has to play their brand of football if they want to change the outcome.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. He's got 67 yards rushing now as he is within sight of a 2,000-yard rushing season. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side. At the 35, he's loose. Rams him with the stiff arm. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Trying the left side. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do once you get...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same.
Just destroying his way through the field. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The Buckeyes may aim, but this has an old...
to run the football when you've got some dudes.
On the option. He'll toss it. Open space. The pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Give him 96 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now the pitch. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are strike. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
These guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put some...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there, ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
That's a first down for the offense.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like these games.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down coming up. To throw, it's Doyle. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays, another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency.
Fires one high and deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let it go. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Reeled it in and just made the house call. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, well, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Still running at the 40. He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He makes the connection. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They're bringing heat. Grab behind the line. It's Hurtado. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Going for the big play. It's complete. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Keeps looking downfield. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, you spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 35, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Well, jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. He'll try to tack on one more.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Kansas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he could not get loose on the run. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He's looking to throw it. It's caught. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing the 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get...
Going up top. He got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Ohio State 63.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He'll pull it down and run. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the 1st down with your feet can be.
1st down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Buying some time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's caught. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Getting some heat. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Mancuso. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go!
He's going to pass. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm.
The expressway is wide open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
One more snap coming before halftime. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense is just killing. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Ohio State 73, Michigan
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got some room to run. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Trying to get to him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cummings. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense drags him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push pass.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the pummeling has started. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State 80, Michigan 31.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Doyle. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Offense facing 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He's got him and they convert. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse.
Makes the grab on the left side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Keeps the legs moving.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is called conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spotted. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've...
Makes the grab down the left side. Got a lot of running room. 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the 2nd half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Hoffman. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to pass, it's Doyle. Working the middle, it's complete.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. They go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Dances away from the heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's open. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Just a solid.
for more.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the state for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
4 wideout set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you...
Just steamrolling the defense. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He leaves it with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Doyle. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense set for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Reads it, fires complete. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Still on his feet at the 25. Can anyone catch it? And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season. And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Throws for the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Central Michigan is going to walk off the field there in Mount Pleasant with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Fires on the move. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
He'll toss it. That might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide out in motion. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Got room at the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Just buried it. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. When we got the lead, this offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent tonight.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll try to do it himself. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Finds his big tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Wants to throw on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out